Snowflake and also different sources using Databricks also. These are last project I worked on.
Okay, good. Jim, what was your role in the previous project? The very recent one?
Yeah, as a lead consultant, my role is lead to the means is I'm an individual contributor to work on the entire thing.
Okay, so you help the team on designing things, or is it only you lead them?
Yeah, means like I'm the person to take care of the solution architecture. Like, and means like you need to creating the solution architecture diagram and based on that inputs given to the client, the requirements. So then once that completed, the approach will be go to the again the data modeling. So again, the data modeling also need to creating data model for means how many tables are required, and what is a flow from database to database. Here we use the Snowflake, one of the which is into the cloud. So there we have a different layers are there. So from their layers we need to pass the data, different layers. So based on the architecture diagram. So that I need to creating a data model as well as ETL process. Here the ETL process using for Metalin is one of the new tool for Snowflake.
Okay, so do you use Databricks as a transformation tool, or you use it as a ODS tool?
This is one of the means like both are there. So ODS and transformation database level also means one of the source we have to pull the data. For that we use that database also. To the end, like Snowflake is a like database level is a Snowflake engine. So there we need to pull from the database level, and also the client is providing one of the source which is coming from the Snowflake only. So they need to combine the both the data sets and place it into one area like presentation layer in Snowflake.
Any reason move the data from Databricks to Snowflake again? I
Because
just want to understand it.
yeah. So basically, they are need to use in future. They want to use like and then migrate to the Snowflake actually. So for that, they want to use everything placing into one area like a Snowflake. The client suggested, yeah.
Any one use case?
Um, use case in sense like actually the data which is taken from the database is like we use some CSV files are there. There's some third party using that one, so they are placing into the ADS layer. So from there I need to use pick the data and means like it's one of the is a small thing we are use the Azure Databricks actually. Basically, it's not like completely we not use that Azure Databricks. Their main focus using the Snowflake. So for that, their initially was using like third-party files. For the later on that they are attempted moving to the Snowflake. So that is only the temporary purpose they use actually. They later on they want to remove that entire thing, the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about how you design a data transformation. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have data available in my mainframe.
Okay.
Assume DB2 connector can reach the data from in the mainframe. Okay. So you have ADF tool, you have Databricks, you have Snowflake as well, and you want to land the data into Snowflake. So you have Azure Cloud, if you want to use it. So using these services, I want you to get the data, maybe a one-time read from, mainframe and land in either database or Snowflake, based on, why do you want to, you can give reasons why you want to land in database or Snowflake.
Okay, so yeah, it is up to you. The client requirement is like that. So, but my suggestion is like can use directly data like it's like Azure Database is the most efficient because of it's more efficient to use for the means like data warehouse concepts. So we can use that in that. Because we have a data lake there. So data lake is used for the like applying the acid forms, everything, all the table creating in that everything we can do in the database level. So once the data is we are taking from the mainframe, then we have to use the ADF is for orchestration we can provide for that ADF instead of means like one of the ETL tool. So then placing into that Azure Data Lake storage. Okay, so then from there we can pick the data from to lakehouse. So in the lakehouse again we have a bronze, silver, and gold layers are there. So we get in the bronze layer in the Masterclass is a completely raw data. It means whatever the data we are taking from the mainframe into the storage level. So from there we have to push the data into bronze layer. So where we can applying this delta lake is one of the layer we can use for all the layers. So here, what happened here? So we can apply for the any acid properties for tables means creating alter means DDL, DML, DL, all this operation we can do in the location. So that we can directly we can use in the bronze layer. From there, applying the transformations, which is means like it's passing into the curator layer like a silver. So here, applying a transformation in the form of the creating a views and writing the any validation check, then send to the silver layer. After that, after silver layer, we have the is a completely the validated data. Then we can use the data warehouse concepts like dimensional model we can create in the gold layer. So these are the flow we can use for the approach. Either we can use the Snowflake as well.
Yeah, previous one was good. Thanks. See, you being an architect, have you ever tried connecting to DB2 from Databricks?
No, most of them I use the there either the flat files or CSV and sources like SAP. Not DB2, not broken much, but yeah, I need to check that. Oracle.
Any RDBMS?
RDBMS, I use the Oracle, SQL, MySQL.
Okay.
Teradata.
How was it done? Did you use any drivers or was it via, JDBC plus the native drivers?
Yes, we use that JDBC for the Oracle and SAP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you are connecting to Teradata from Databricks. Was it in parallel connection, is it a sequential connection? Have you gone through that? Hello?
No.
Okay. Okay. Any certifications?
Azure, I have done one of the Azure basic level certification, also Power BI level.
Okay.
Yeah. Earlier I worked done for SQL Server also. This is a mistake.
Okay. Any experience or knowledge on ML pipelines?
No, but I need to I need to take it.
Okay, so one general question. So we have been talking about blob layers, right? Do you know the basic difference between ADF Gen 1, Gen 2 and the blob storage?
Gen 1, it is not supporting for limitation. I know that the limitation between the Azure blob storage and ADLS. The ADLS is basically the hierarchical format. The blob is not a hierarchical thing, so that is one major difference. And remaining are the same for that means loading data, everything is the same. Only the thing is hierarchical format is not supported for the blob storage. So ADLS can support that I know. So, but the version I'm not I forgot that one actually.
Okay, fine. And have you worked on Pocket files?
Yeah. So that area, once the data is loading in the Lakehouse, that Delta Lake is everything's a Pocket file support, the only one format, and it can the source can be anything. It can support for any language and support for any file format, but the output is coming from the Pocket only.
Okay. Let me give you a scenario. I have 100 rows. Okay, let's not talk about less number. Okay, let's say I have 1 million records. It's a single entity. I'm reading it from Azure table, okay, from the source. I want to stage the data in bronze in tabular format.
Okay.
Assume I have created a delta table pointing to a specific path. So what will happen within that path?
It will creating the based on the nodes which is creating this driver node worker. So once you are taking data from the source, based on that the size of the data, it will create by default is creating the 50 nodes are there. Means like partition will creating. So then the partition based on the partition level, and the data will be flowing from bronze source to the bronze level. So it's nothing but the cluster inside the cluster, the nodes, whatever the nodes we created, basically it means driver node and multi nodes are creating the worker nodes. So the worker node will be sharing the data and load the data into the bronze layer. So that we can modify if you want to change the means you can increase or decrease that partition also we can do that using the repartitioning of method based on that what is the data which is using.
Okay. So my actual question is now, like, let's say I have got an update on one particular record. Okay. So how it will what is the actual process happen on the back end?
Actual process is like once we are means like applying some DRL or DL on that process like either suppose we are loading from the source to bronze layer, right? So it may be using some SCD2 or something like that. So update or insert something is happening. So it means like it will inside the um, um, the package file, it will updating the data itself based on that what are the condition given. So that maybe the storing level is the packet format and the different file system means different files are creating inside. But while seeing the data in the table format, as we can see the table wise means structure format, but we cannot see that what is happening in the parquet level. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so have you worked on Delta Live tables, Ishwar? In,
No.
okay, do you know the concept behind it? That's okay if you don't know. I'm just checking.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm going through your profile. I see you have experience in Azure Logic apps,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what function have you implemented using Logic apps?
Azure Logic app is basically the notification purpose we use actually. So whenever we are means like scheduling any job and running any job, so then we have to send any notification. So that purpose we implement the Logic app.
Okay. But do you know that it is capable beyond that?
Yes, but yeah, I had that completely again. Notification is one of the criteria. Basically, we use the Logic app, but it is capable for more on that because most of them are the .NET people are also using that Logic app for inside any notification or something, finding that the steps where the uh, data flowing or the request is where is stuck in. Means we can find out anything from the Logic app also. Means once you configure that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, okay, I've seen you worked on as a SQL. So I see a hash join. I also see a nested loop join. Okay, so based on certain indexes that I form on the table. So which one should I go with?
It means like you are in Azure and nested.
Yeah, nested loops join.
Okay. So one means the hash join is one you can approach. You can use the hash join. Nested loop join is basically, it will. This is looping for entire thing, entire table to looping. So hash join is means like it is pointing the particular ID on that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm almost done with my interview. One last question is why Azure? Why not AWS? If I'm client is asking that, I just want to hear your perspective.
Yeah. So,
and if you're answering the client, I want to hear your perspective. Your perspective.
yeah, it's both are the cloud computing. It depends on the cost of using services. So it always depends on the what the service they're providing and cost also. You may consider the cost because any service is not free, but all are depends on the cost wise they're using. So it's I say that like based on the requirement we have to use that any cloud computing, but the cost is one of the major concern. So based on that we have to approach that one. That is my
Okay.
yeah.
So apart from Azure, have you worked on AWS by chance?
No, it's very I just feel it's like I'm not complete to work on the AWS, but sometimes I use that. I think.